And so we really just want to bring attention to all these things. I hope that all of you guys know about the Brave 11 students that were arrested at Ambassador Oren's event. Ambassador Oren is the ambassador to Israel. A little fun fact about Israel is that this country has violated more UN resolutions than all the countries combined in the world. That is what we protest. That's what the 11 students protested, and that's what we're standing here in solidarity with them today. We're also standing here as a protest against the Compton cookouts and the nooses found at UCSD. This is racist, anti-black smut that's been coming up in our UC campuses, and so we're standing up against that today, right now. And we also want to protest our own UC President Udolph, his letter that he sent out, which equates the Irvine 11 and the UCSD events as being one and the same, and that's just ridiculous, right? So basically, this is a rally of solidarity. I'm going to go ahead and bring up the first speaker right now. Is Abraham out here? Oh, Abraham's here. He's going to come and use some spoken word, and hopefully I can get it together and I can MC a little bit better.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for coming out here. And as a brother mentioned, I think there's a lot of issues on the campus. People trying to fight for the public education system and also against the privatization of the education system. And one of the issues that correlates with all the things happening in the UC system is also the plight of AB 540 students, or people that are documented that come every year. And again, many people think that they come and take resources away, but nobody ever wonders what even causes this migration. People don't leave their country, their homes, because they want to. Some people are forced, and that is ignored. And then they come here and they say they take our resources, they take what what U.S. citizens want and need. When we over here, we maintain the agriculture sector, we stabilize it by maintaining the cheap produce prices and being paid as cheap labor in fields. And a lot of times statistics go around and it becomes a political debate when we're labeled AB 540 students as if we weren't even human beings, as if the English language rejected our existence because our identity comes out of 2 letters and 3 numbers. So I wanted to personalize the issue and relate it back to the civil rights movement, because this is what it is, people fighting for their civil rights, basic rights. And I wrote this piece called The Letter to the President, I Still Have a Dream. This is a letter to the president. This is a letter to the king, Malcolm Obama. I still have a dream. This is a letter to the president. This is a letter to the king, Malcolm Obama. I still have a dream. I can ever make you feel that tell you our grievances and close the gap, the distances that seem so powerful where the people live. I still have a dream. The dream of a pregnant woman walking north to the desert. That same dream of a southern slave with snap shackles guided by the crescent. That dream of being free and a better life. That dream of ending a painful strife. In my dream of struggle, as the moon and the sun stare, twice pursuing the American dream, twice running from America's nightmare. Mr. President, I still have a dream. All I want is to live in peace. But as a child, I grew up being told that people like me were either criminals or thieves. So I understand when there are people who are terrified to call police when many get cheated by crooked lawyers, feeling powerless because we're also taken advantage of by twisted employers. The country that watched me grow wants to get rid of me. We sterilize the sector of agriculture, but they paint us as the enemy. Mr. President, I see my mom's tears swell. All she wants in life is for me to do well. But it was hard in high school being AB 540. I see my dreams fall and crumble. But like Twin Tower survivors, I pushed my way out of the rubble. It was harder but the trouble, feeling depressed because God knows that I gave it my best. My mother never raised a quitter, but all this American dream rhetoric to me was nothing but glitter. I remember elementary school, my teacher telling me that I couldn't be president. I was only a child that didn't understand when she said that I wasn't a resident. I came home and cried and asked Mama Why is it that things are this way? Some of us joined the army. We are bleeding to stay. It's been 15 years and I still haven't got to my case. Sometimes I want to give up, feeling like I'm lost in a legal maze. That's when I close my eyes and I see my mother's face. Because she risked her life for me to see some better days. I'm just asking for my basic human rights to freedom and education, the right to live in peace. I contribute to this nation because working parents are being taken rates, sponsored by ICE, and the children are the ones paying the ultimate price, Mr. President. How can we grow old when eyes is turning hearts cold? Hearts cold like when some of us are graduating from places like Harvard but can't practice our profession for being undocumented. The pain is like having part of your heart amputated, because how can we raise a family knowing any day we could get deported, Mr. President? This is part of the story that is never reported in the media and it's often distorted. How can I raise a family knowing I'm risking it every day driving to work because I have to put food on the table with no pension or retirement? I'm only good until my body's able. Mr. President, we are more than cheap labor. We work for this. We're not asking for a free favor. We are students, workers, and soldiers. We are doctors, teachers, and lawyers. I live in terror from ICE and I still manage to keep on as I struggle with life. I still have a dream of being a good author. I have a dream of one day being a good father, but can't help but feel useless, feeling like the future for me is fruitless, living with this crisis, driving without a license, paranoid about the sirens with this type of life I live. I can raise a wife and kid, Mr. President. I'm a human being, not an alien or illegal. I want to be free to fly like a real eagle. I deserve the scholarship. I'm valedictorian. I want to be a teacher or probably a better historian, so I can ride down and tell all the border stories of so many wooden crosses, symbolic of corpses that once had a dream, but the dreams ended right there. I'm sick of living in this nightmare because I live in fear. I shed a tear for those who came with the dream of children and buried both here, for those who bear the pain of having to work here, for those listening to the children grow back home through the promises that I whisper on the phone and I heard through the ear, for those that live promising to be back in a year, for those at immigration detention centers fighting the case, winning indefinitely. Sometimes I feel the place is waiting for me. See my best friend in there makes me face the possibility. It's hard to keep my dream alive, but it is my responsibility to my mother's efforts and sacrifices, and to all those who pursue the dream but are not lifeless. This ain't the cast of Bonan. This is the cast of the iron will and the relentless. So to finish my sentence, this goes out to those who didn't make it because obstacles were thrown at us as if the system was a machine gun loaded with them, and these obstacles pierce right through our spirit. I hope those in power will hear it, because Mr. President, when I think of Dr. King, I picture him write you a letter saying I still have a dream. Because Mr. President, when I think of Dr. King, I picture him write you a letter saying I still have a dream. That's good.
Alright, let's give it up for Abraham one more time. Alright, whose university? Whose university? Whose university? Whose university? Alright, let's continue with this rally of solidarity. I'm going to bring up Russell, who is alumni of UCI. He's going to come up and speak to you guys for a minute, so come on up, Russell.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming out. My name is Russell Curry. Like Ryan said, I'm alumni of the University of California, Irvine. I graduated in 2009 with a degree in biological sciences, but that doesn't matter right now. I'm here in solidarity with the 11 students who protested and were arrested on this campus. And I was a member of the Viva Palestina USA convoy to Gaza last July, and I can say firsthand that I've seen a lot of the atrocities that happened there with my own two eyes, and those are the reasons that Michael Oren was being protested. So what I wanted to talk about today was basically this bias in the media and these ideas that are being spread around that the Irvine 11 are equivalent to these racist and basically intolerant individuals that have been causing trouble and doing all sorts of terrible things across the UC campuses. So if you Google the San Francisco Chronicle, the LA Times, or CBS online, there's stories about the governor Schwarzenegger saying that he's upset with all the, quote, acts of racism and intolerance that have happened over the past couple weeks on the different UC campuses. Among the different